What is going on, guys? I am back with another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy, Kingdom, Netflix, Sparkless Seeker, and Sparkless Battle Masters. So before we get to the Seeker, let's bring in the packaging. So here you have your basic white Netflix War for Cybertron Netflix packaging with the red backdrop in here with the artwork. Here you have on the side the Sparkless Seeker's face, which is just the same artwork as Siege Thundercracker. On this side of the box you have your Kingdom poster in black, white, and red. On the back of the box you have your obligatory product shots of the Seeker and his two Battle Masters. And that is it for the packaging. So, before we cover Mr. Seeker, let's cover the Battle Masters that are included in the set. So here you have Sparkless Singe, done in the same color as the Seeker. This thing does not like staying tabbed on. Now, if you don't know who this Battle Master is, this is one of Sinister's Battle Masters, Singe and Hair Splitter, but he's done in a dead deco. And here you have Sparkless Caliburst, who is the Battle Master of Slug Slinger, part of the Target Master Trio. If you want a comparison as to how tall they are, hold on, focus. Here they are with the Buzzworthy Origins Deluxe Class Bumblebee for a comparison with how small a figure of that stature is. Now, Caliburst comes with this kind of bluish effect that kind of spins at you, while Singe comes with these two here because these are based on the Fire Drive and Blowpipe molds. So let's get these out of here. Just those. And the Seeker also comes with two null rays. And here it is with a Earthrise Starscream null ray, just so you can see the differences. So now, let us cover the Sparkless Seeker, who only appeared in one episode of the Netflix Siege series when the Autobots were in the Sea of Rust trying to find the Allspark. What we know as the Sparkless were just dead Cybertronians who are trying to reclaim their lives. And most of the dead Cybertronians we saw were this, the Prowl Barricade body, and the Ironhide and Sideswipe bodies. And I think the Reflectors. I don't know. But if you've seen my review for Siege Starscream, and I think for Siege, I don't know if I ever covered Siege Thundercracker or not. I have a tendency to forget. I'm looking at my videos right now. Did I cover Mr. Thundercracker? No, I did not. So, yeah. But he's done in this nice dark military green with some black and some brown, some orange. For comparison in vehicle mode, because it's the only one I got here. Here he is with Earthrise Starscream, because I no longer have any of my Siege Seekers moving. I lost them. They were lost in transition to the move, so I have to rebuy all of my Seekers. But yeah, so since you've already seen the transformation for this figure with the Siege Starscream review, I'm just going to jump to him to robot mode. And we are in robot mode. Now I gotta raise up the camera. So here we have the Sparkless Seeker in his robot mode. And like I said before with the Siege Starscream, I like this robot mode. It definitely suits all the Seekers. So let's get a close-up look at that face sculpt to his. He is representing the Thundercracker version of the mold with the smirk. But his is a little cracked, so kind of makes sense since this guy's dead. But yeah, he's got the brown kind of throughout here, the robot mode. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint, plus the hinge here for transformation, so he can look up pretty good. He gets a good wiggle waggle. He gets the wings out of the way. Arm can do a full 360, in and out, bicep rotation, double hinged elbow, wrist hinge, and wrist can swivel. And due to transformation, you have a butterfly joint. Legs can kick forward. They can go back, in and out, thigh rotation. You get a pretty decent knee. You get a forward and backward movement on the foot, and ankle tilt plus toe tilt. And the wings can go back, and they can hinge all the way around. So, you have got quite a posable Seeker here. Now you can take the Null Ray and equip it the classic Seeker way, or as some of the Seekers were branded in the, or were known to do in the Netflix series. Some of them actually held their Null Rays as weapons. And you can take the blast effects and attach them to the weapons as if the Seeker's firing at some Autobots. Or get this out of his hand. You can give him the Battle Masters. So what you want to do to get them there is flip the things up, tab their legs together, and there are two ports right there that the legs will tab into, and the arms will tap into their legs, and there you got a gun. Oh, you can give him the Battle Masters to use as weaponry if you don't want him using the Null Rays. Hold on, I'll transform the other guy off real quick. Yeah, there. So now you can have him firing on Autobots. So let's get these out of here and do some comparisons. Move you over to the side. Give me one sec. Okay, starting off, here we have him with the Earthrise Voyager Starscream. So you can see how much taller he is than the Earthrise Seeker mold. I like the Earthrise Seeker mold, but I think I still prefer this version of the Seeker mold. Here he is with the Netflix version of Megatron. Yes, his legs have for some reason yellowed, and I don't understand why. Here he is with one of his Sparkless compatriots, the Sparkless barricade figure. These are just generic figures from the Netflix line that they made with Deep Cover, which is one of the random background Autobots that they had in the series, I guess. With the Decius drone, guard drone. Here he is with the Deluxe Origins Bumblebee. Here he is with what I use as my Netflix Siege Optimus Prime. Well, Siege Optimus Prime. And for the only other Siege Decepticon I have, because I no longer have Siege Shockwave either, here he is with Siege Soundwave. So, if you were to definitely have a shelf full of the Netflix figures, these guys will look great all together. And I had a whole display like that these guys will probably just be sitting with all of my Netflix Decepticons. But overall, I think the Sparkless Seeker here is a really good figure for it being my, oh god, I don't know how many Seeker throughout the entire War for Cybertron trilogy. Because prior to me losing all the Seekers, I literally had almost every single one that was released, except for Skywarp and Red Wing. Those two I never got. Just because, well, Skywarp got kind of hard to get a hold of on the secondary market, even when he was released. And Red Wing was a Target Red Card exclusive. Just never got a hold of him. So I'm going to imagine trying to get them now is going to be even more difficult than when it was, say, 2 years ago. I had Starscream, Thundercracker, Hot Link, the Rainmakers. I had 6 out of the 8 versions of this mold. And here I am again with yet another version of the mold. I can't help when it comes to buying figure repaints. Because I own too many of this mold already. The Cybertronian Seeker mold, the Ironhide Cybertronian mold. I own way too many War for Cybertron Megatrons. But, yeah, this figure is actually really good. Once I rebuy all the War for Cybertron Cybertronian Seekers, I'll be happy. But if you guys did like this review of the Sparkless Seeker, let me know down in the comments. And if you guys haven't seen any of my other War for Cybertron reviews, why haven't you gone over there and look? You need to go watch those videos. I have reviewed up to this point all of Wave 1 of Siege, all of Wave 2 of Siege, bits and pieces of Wave 3, 4, and exclusives, and the new Origins B. So that is it for the review. If you guys, like I said, do what you do. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later.